Hello, Scorpio. It is Rebecca, Empathic Crow. This reading is for the energy of August 2025. However, if you see this video outside of that time, that does not mean it cannot have a message for you. I do believe in us seeing things when we need to see it, whether it's a photograph, something that you see out in nature, something somebody says, or so even things you hear, all of the senses, or written words that you see on a sign in a book or whatever. So Scorpio, we are going to see what the energy is for you for August 2025, as I said. I typically forget to say this, but please like, share, and subscribe. If this message resonates with you, if you feel called or in alignment with myself and my content, I would love to share this journey with you. I'd love to hear from you. I'm not always good at saying these things because I know that likes and follows are helpful, but at the same time, for me, it's not about that. It's about whether the message gets to who it needs to go to. So especially with those comments and likes, please let me know if it's something that you feel like was in alignment for you. All right. So most of the readings that I've done so far have really been in alignment with taking power back and embracing confidence, letting go of expectations, judgments, things like that, which was what the excuse me, monthly Reiki video that I did for people who subscribe to my website. I send it out to them monthly. I'll probably post that one on my socials just so people get a taste and understanding of what it is that I do. But it was about focusing on August, this Leo season, and the 8/8 portal, which if you're watching this before August 8th, that's what I'm talking about. Not just manifesting to manifest and be like, yeah, I want to get a better job. I want to do this. I want to do that. That you are focusing on building that confidence, letting go of those anxieties so that manifesting those things that you want becomes easier. Now, your card right out of the gate is the Ace of Wands. Scorpio, you can definitely get what it is that you want. You know how to navigate through these difficult times. Like when we look at these clouds over here, there is this path, but the path has some clouds creeping in and there's a drop off on the edge. The path isn't always easy or clear, but you can get through it. And with these feathers, there's that divine guidance, but you have to be focused on it. With these daffodils at the bottom, like I said, there's the new beginning. Now, it's also trying to decide, and I've never thought of this on this card, but which way you want to go on that path. Because this path is leading to the city and all the beautiful colors are more in this area. So are you heading into something that is more busy, crowded? Is that what you want? Or are you heading out and heading to a more quiet, nurturing space? Like I said, I've not looked at that in that way before, but that's what's coming through. So really focusing on what you want, because you manifest, you are the co-creator of your destiny. Things happen, not to say that they should happen, but sometimes they do, and it's hard. It's something that 333 on the clock as that fell out. It's something that I would never wish traumas and hurts and pains on anyone, but we go through them and we learn and we come out stronger if we can release the negativity and hurts that we have from it. Having said that, the card that flew out was the Lover's card. And this is a 6. So with this card, part of it is understanding that this is not just intimate partnerships. This can also be friendships, family relationships, any of those things. The things popping out to me the most are the snake. So snakes aren't necessarily a bad thing, but being sure that you are focused on, especially where I'm seeing some of the other stuff in the corner, being sure that you're focused on if this friendship, connection, union is the word that I keep hearing, is in alignment with what you want. Like, is it leading you down this path that's going to take you to the Ace of Wands, that fiery, passionate energy of the wands, even of Leo season, 444 on the clock, and the sun? Is it leading you to the things you want, or is it leading you to this side over here where we've got this moon So there may be things that it feels like they're hidden, or anxieties and worries that you have. There's also this beehive right here, which beehives aren't bad, but you want to be careful when you're around the bees. You don't want to get stung. And then look at this creepy little thing here in the background. Like it's just peeking out. So Scorpio, along that path, you're going to have to be wary of some of the connections that you're making, because not everything and situation is for you. Your intuition is really good, but I also know with our emotional aspect, because yes, I am Scorpio sun, that sometimes we tend to have those intuitive hits, but we push them aside. We are connected to other people, or we can see their hurts and their trauma, and we try to hold on too long. I'm seeing these two crows together, and they're trying to focus on themselves and the heart, their love. And then there's also these crows in the background. There's kind of a like opposite aspect to the card. So you've got the sun over here and all this loving energy, and then you've got the moon over here and not. So I have not read this card this way. I've pointed out some of the things that don't seem as good. But as I'm looking at this right now, it's understanding that this, I feel like the snake is where part of you knows that somebody is not fully invested, that they have some shady and underhanded things that they are doing. But at the same time, like I said, we want to see people as having this good heart, and we don't want to believe that it's true. And I feel like, Scorpio, this is saying that part of your journey is going to be assessing whether these people and your intuitive hits are true, trusting yourself, making sure that it's not like a cognitive distortion where you're because of the anxiety thinking that something's going on when it's not. But don't fully push your intuition to the side, because there's something going on. There's something that's not right. And it may not be all the bad things that you're thinking, but it could just even be that the communication's off, that you aren't, and the other person or people, whoever it is, I feel like it's person, aren't communicating on the same level. You're not communicating assertively. You're not saying what it is that you want. Maybe you're not setting boundaries. But there may be something going on. It just may not be what you think it is. So don't just hide it inside, because sometimes you've said things and while they were on point, other people got upset. If this situation is healthy, you should be able to have those conversations. Don't come at it like, I feel like you're blah, 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 blah. That's not going to be helpful. But just being able to say, I feel like something's off. Can we talk about this? Explore it, because your intuition is on point. You've got two, the high priestess. So again, there is the moon here. There are some of these anxieties, but it's you being able to say, okay, what's an anxiety? What's not? Push the anxieties down and then focus on that third eye, that crown chakra, the information and intuitive hits that you're getting to say, what is it that's actually going on? You're going to come at this with the balanced emotions, and with that wand where you still have the passion and you're focusing on the things that you want, but you're going to have the sword right here where you're very clear in your thoughts and your communication. And then we've got the pentacle. Like, you can get the situation that you want, but it's becoming clear on whether you're in it right now or it's something that you need to get. So the Knight of Swords, I don't put my cards in reverse, but the Knight of Swords, I just picked it up. It came out in reverse. So with this, it's going to be some quick action for you to figure out, are the situations what they should be? You've got this Eastern bluebird, this little yellow, looks like a little yellow finch. You've got the swords coming in and the horse. Like, this is a very energetic card. And it's cutting through the crap and like really determining, and my brain will not come up with the word, discerning, who's really for you and who's not. Where are you maybe thinking that people are against you when they're not? They're actually trying to help you. But then because you're focused on these people who are saying things that you know and feel aren't true, but at the same time, you're psyching yourself out. You've got to let go of some of those things. And then we just had the Knight of Wands come out in the upright position. So Scorpio, it's being able to not just be in this mode where you're trying to go through making decisions with just your head. You're going to have to also make decisions with your gut, your heart, like really getting into your body. You can't just logic your way out of this because the logic isn't always helping. And just listening to the emotions isn't helping either. So you're going to have to get into the space where you're honoring all aspects of that. And it's not necessarily what I noticed with both of these knights is that the crow's not even actually riding on the back. The crow is just going with the flow of these horses. These images are very similar. It's almost like an opposite. But with this, you recognizing that you don't have 11 o'clock on the clock, that you don't have to ride on the back of keeps coming into my mind, but that you don't have to like follow someone else or follow what someone does or follow what they say, that you're just creating a supportive relationship or a supportive situation, 1133, where you are able to follow the things that feel right and not even follow, but go alongside of them, like be in flow, be able to make your own decisions, not feel like you're just piggybacking off of someone else because either it's what's expected or it's what you think would be a good idea or helpful, or they tell you to. This reading feels very disconnected. All right, the Emperor. Again, I'm just hearing take your power back. We've got that ram's head, that Capricorn energy, but I'm seeing it as some of these situations, people, whatever it is, have been holding you back. I'm seeing the Devil card and being able to release yourself from that. Clear thinking with this sword here, clear voice, stating what it is that you want, stating what it is that you need to say, what's going to support you. Focusing on you, Scorpio, because right now it feels like you're in this situation that you feel like you've allowed yourself, and don't beat yourself up for that. We all do this. Allowed yourself to get into a mode where you've been so focused on trying to meet the needs of other people, or that you've lost yourself. Like even with these mountains around, that it feels like you've had to harden your heart, that it feels like you just don't want to give a crap anymore. And you don't have to do that. But in order to get to the space where you feel like you don't have to do that, you've got to take your power back. You can't keep going along with these other people, other situations, things like that, that just don't feel like they're right for you. And understand that your intuition, if you're feeling like a situation's not right, like I said, that means it is. It may not mean that it's exactly what you think it is, but it means that there's something that is triggering your body to say, I don't feel good about this. So listen to that. You're highly intuitive, Scorpio. Anything else from the tarot deck? Woo! Scorpio, the energy of this is like super intense. The Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Ace of Wands to start out with, and we're ending with the Ace of Pentacles for the tarot. So again, you got to build that confidence. You got to get grounded, because Scorpio, you have the ability to create whatever it is that you want. You got to get through the clouds. They're going to come in. There are going to be doubts. There are going to be things that come in that don't feel in alignment with you, things that feel like they're harder than they should have to be. But if you push through them, like all this darkness in the background, look at what is in front of you. You've just got to focus on, and we started out with that too, the darkness in the background versus the flowers and bright things in front of you. So yeah, again, wrapping up the actual tarot cards with the fact that you can create the thing and get the things that you want and have relationships that are helpful and supportive to you, but it's focusing on what you need more than focusing on what you feel like would be good, or not wanting to hurt other people. I'm going to go to the Urban Crow Tarot, not Tarot, Urban Crow Oracle, which is also MJ Cullinane. Scorpio, this energy just feels very chaotic. It's like a swirl of emotions. And I know Scorpios, they say our emotions run deep and we can be a ball of emotions. And I get it, even if we don't show it, but this feels very overwhelming. What specific things does Scorpio need to focus on? 27, which breaks down to a 9, isolation. Just know, Scorpio, it's not that you have to cut everybody and everything off. It's just you've got to take some time to yourself. So that isolation, it may feel like you're losing so many things, but you're not. Or it may feel like you're lonely, or when you start really assessing these things, you realize how many situations or people really haven't been for the best. And that's okay. And it feels like you're isolated. Like there's all these crows here in the background, but they're so far away, way up in the top. You can barely see them. And there's these clouds and rain on this crow. So sometimes we have to go through that cloudiness and that darkness. But look, there's a light at the bottom. And you'll get to the light. Right now is a transition in between. And that's why I talked about working on that solar plexus and sacral chakra so that we can get there. Ooh, so we got 50, trickery. So somebody's been trying to play games. It's gotten you in your head. You're not sure what's going on. You don't know if they're trying to like hide something, cover it up with these leaves, and you're back here and you're seeing it. You're picking up on the signs. So again, with your intuition, trust it. You may lose people because of this, or situations and things, but it's for your higher good. It's not because you need those things in your life. And I know that's a hard situation. And Scorpio, I also know that we've been through things like this a lot before. And so we tend to be ones who know that there's going to be loss, but we also have to focus on it. It brings hope to mischief. Yeah, so this snake in that second card, the lover's card, somebody's trying to distract you. So we got to let go of some of these people. We've got trickery and mischief back to back. Like Scorpio, this is the head games. Like somebody's playing with you. Somebody's trying to distract you. Somebody's trying to keep you from seeing what's right in front of you. Or even maybe there's some gaslighting where you're like, this is what I'm seeing and this is what I know. And they're like, no, Scorpio, that's not right. That's not what's going on. Oof, that flew out. Commitment, which is an 8. It's August, 8/8 portal, commitment. You've got to look for the people that truly are committed to you. And they are going to be there, but you got to let go of some of these others. Like, look, they both have blueberries in their mouths. They're building this nest together. They're getting together that food. You need people who are going to be in alignment with you and helpful. And if it's feeling like the situations that you're in right now or the people are not, you're going to have to let that go. All right, we're going to move on to the Inner Child Oracle, which is Amanda Lynn Ailsling. I will show you that card box in just a minute. Because Scorpio, with any of these healing journeys that we have and being able to heal the heart, heart too, heart, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, we have to do that inner child healing. And it's hard, but it's necessary because that inner child is part of what's keeping you in these situations where you doubt your intuition, you doubt your thoughts. You say, I don't know if this is right because other people are engaging in mischief and trickery. God, angels, guides, and ancestors, what inner child focus does Scorpio need? Well, Scorpio, you can't just do it small. You got to take it. You got to take it big. So 3 cards came out at the same time. 7, breathe in, practice breath work today. Absolutely. I was talking about the grounding and the Ace of Pentacles. You got to get grounded. You got to really take in those deep breaths, take some time to pull in that energy that allows you to focus, not just be in all this boom, 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 whether that's things that you're doing, throwing yourself into things, people, situations, work, whatever. You've got to take some time to ground and focus. 1314, find your haven. There's a place of wonder waiting just for you. So we have this opening, we have this kind of fairy aspect, and then a castle in the background. So when you're doing that breath work, maybe you even do a guided visualization to a place that feels peaceful for you, or you actually go to a place that feels peaceful to you, whatever that is, whether it's in nature, whether it's a space in your house, a place that you just really feel comfortable, and allow yourself to take in those deep breaths and figure out what you want. 12, which breaks down to a 3, emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. So all these emotions that you're feeling, we're coming back to that lovers in order to figure out who are the people that are in alignment with you. You've got to focus on your emotions, figuring out how those emotions relate to others. Who makes you feel good? Who makes you feel like you have to doubt, worry, and second guess? Look at the deeper meaning. You've got this, Scorpio. You already have the intuition, and you know you do, but sometimes we don't want to admit the truth, the thing that we know, because it hurts. But you'll push through this, and you'll embrace that confidence. You'll heal that heart, that solar plexus. You'll heal that sacral chakra. You'll step into your passions. And that Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, you're manifesting the life that you want. But sometimes to do that, we have to give some things up. All right, Scorpio, take care. And I hope you have a wonderful August.